Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, salam sejahtera, and salam harmoni. Today, we from Group 6 will be present the material about non-experimental research, correlational design. Before we start the presentation, let us introduce ourselves first. Next slide. Okay, start from me. My name is Nimade Danisha Putri Utami with student ID number 231101131 and my partner.
My name is Rikade Arina Putri Paramita with student ID number 23110110006.
Next slide. Some topics that will be discussed regarding non-experimental research correlation designs include the first is definition, objective, characteristic, and basic design of correlational research. Second is types of correlational research. Third is correlational research design. Fourth is how to interpret the results of correlational research. And the last is advantage and limitation of correlational research. Next. Okay, the first material is definition of correlational research. Correlational research is a research method that aims to identify and analyze the relationship between two or more variables without manipulating or controlling the variables. Correlational research is also called ex post facto or after the fact designs. Some of the definition of correlational research according to experts include: first is Gay. Towards his book, Gay explained that the correlational method is one part of ex post facto research because usually research do not manipulate the state of existing variable and directly look for the existence of relationship and the degree of relationship of variable reflected in the correlational coefficient. Second is according to Mzir, the correlational methods is a research conducted in various fields including education, social, and economic. Correlational method generally only interpret the relationship between two variables so that it does not go so far as to examine the causality relationship. The third is according to Suryabrata. Explain, the correlational research is a study that aims to detect the extent to which variation in a factor are related to various in one or more other factors based on the correlational coefficients. And the last, according to Frankel and Wallen, cite that the correlational methods falls into the category of descriptive research. Next slide. Okay, the objectives and characteristics of correlational research. The main purpose of correlational research is to describe the relationship between existing variables and determine the relationship between independent and dependent variables. Specifically, the goals of correlation are: the first is to find evidence of whether there is a relationship or correlation between variables. Second, if there is already a relationship, to see the level of close relationship between variables. And the last is obtaining clarity and certainty as to whether the relationship is significant or insignificant. The characteristic of correlational research, as stated by Muri Yusuf, show that this study has a different approach from experimental research. Muri Yusuf mentioned the main characteristic of correlational research as follows. First is no manipulation. Variable relationships are observed in the natural setting. Second, involves many variables, allow for analysis of complex relationships. Third is rapid data collection, usually towards questionnaires. Fourth is variable estimation, using predictor and criterion variables, and the last is statistical analysis, calculation of correlation based on individual scores. Next. Okay, the next is basic design of correlation research. Correlation research aims to measure the relationship between criterion variables and predictor variables. In general, the stage of this research include: first is problem determination. The problem in research arises from the existence of a gap between expectation and reality. The first step in research is to determine the problem to be researched. The selected problem must be relevant, useful empirically, and in accordance with the research abilities and interests. Second is literature study. After determining the problems, the next step is to gather relevant scientific reference. The literature study aims to obtain the basis of theory, thinking framework, and research hypothesis. The third is research design or methodology. At this stage, the research determines the research subject and the method to be used to process the data. The research subject must have uniform characteristics in matters that are not related to the research variable so that the results are more accurate. The fourth is data collection. Data is collected using instruments such as questionnaires, tests, interviews, or observation, depending on the needs of the research. In correlational research, the data must be in the form of numbers in order to be analyzed statistically. If the research is predictive, the measurement of the predictor variable is carried out first before the criterion variable to ensure a more valid prediction. Number 5 is data analysis. Data analysis is correlation research is carried out by calculating the relationship between two or more variables. If only two variables are collected, the continuous bivariate correlation. If there are more than two variables, multiple regression analysis or other statistical methods can be used. The results of the analysis are usually presented in the form of a correlational coefficient, or R, with values ranging from -1 to +1. And the last is conclusion. The conclusion contains a summary of the research findings that are clearly explained and easy to understand. The analysis of the research is presented in a descriptive form to provide an understanding of the relationship between the variables that have been studied. Next. The second material is types of correlational research. The types of correlational research include: the first is correlational research or relationship studies. Correlational research aims to understand the relationship between various factors or variables in a research. For example, in the field of education, this research can be used to find out how two factors such as academic learning outcomes, motivation, or self-concept are interconnected. Second is predictive studies. Predictive studies are used to estimate a variable based on a strong relationship with other variables. If two variables have a high correlation, then the score on one variable can be used to predict the score on the other variable. In prediction studies, the variable used as the basis for estimates are called predictor variables, while the predicted variable are called criterion variables. The third is correlation and causality. Correlational research aims to uncover the relationship between variables using statistical analysis, such as the correlation coefficients. In correlational research, the relationship between variables are often complex and mutually influencing, rather than one-way relationship as in experimental research. Next. Okay, the third material is correlational research design. Correlational research has several types of design, including first, bivariate correlation. The design of the bivariate correlation research aims to describe the relationship between two variables that are measured based on the level and direction of the relationship. The degree of this relationship is expressed in the form of a number called the correlation coefficient with a value range between -1 and +1. If the correlation coefficient is 0, then there is no relationship between the two variables. The direction of the relationship is marked by a positive or negative symbol, where R0 indicates no relationship. Positive are indicates a unidirectional relationship, or one variable increases, the other increases. Negative are indicates an inverse relationship, or one variable increases, the other decreases. Second is regression and prediction. If two variables have a strong relationship, then the value on one of the variables can be used to estimate the value on the other variable. Regression in correlational research refers to the extent to which researchers can predict a variable based on the other variable. Second is plural regression or multiple regression. Multiple regression is a development of simple regression and prediction by adding several variables to improve the accuracy of prediction. In this analysis, predicted variable is called the criterion variable, while the variable used to make the prediction is called the predictor variable. Four is factor analysis. Factor analysis is used to identify patterns of a number of interrelated variables. If there is a high correlation between some variable, this could indicate the presence of common factor affecting those variable. And number 5 is correlational design for causal conclusion. Correlational design does not directly provide a cause and effect relationship, but there are two processes that can help in drawing causal conclusion, namely path analysis is used to map the path of relationship between several variables in a system, with the aim understanding how these variables affect each other. And then cross-lake panel design is used to measure the relationship between two variables at two different time points. By comparing data from different times, this approach can provide insight to possible cause and effect relationship, although it remains not as robust as experimental research in determining causality. And the last is system analysis. System analysis is an approach that uses complex mathematical methods to understand how a system develops and interacts over a period of time. This approach allows researchers to analyze various elements in the system, including changes that occur over time, patterns of cause and effect relationship, and feedback mechanisms that affect the overall dynamics of the system. Okay, the next material will be presented by my partner.
Yeah, the next material is the how to interpret the result of correlational research. Correlational research aims to determining the relationship between two variables, both in the term of direction, strategy, and significance of the relationship. To interpret the result of correlation research, several important aspects need to be considered. There are several ways to interpret the result of correlational research. One, determining the direction of the relationship. The direction of the relationship in correlational research can be positive, negative, or no relationship. Two, measuring relationship strategy. The addition to the direction of the relationship, it is also necessary to know how strong the relationship between the two variables is. And three, testing the significance of the relationship. Although of a relationship between variable is full, it is important to determining whether the relationship is significantly significant or just conditional, uh, including the significant as collision and insignificant association. And the fourth, identify outer factors that may affect. In correlational research, keep in mind the correlational does not always mean that there is a cause and effect relationship. There could be outer factors that are not studied but affect both variable. And the last, interpreting in implication of result. After understanding the research strategy and significance of the relationship, the final step is to relate to result of the research to relevant the theory and their impact in real life. Okay. Mm, Okay, the next material is the fitness and limitation of correlational research. Correlational research is a quantitative research method that aims to be able to identify relationship between two or more variables without manipulating those variables. Therefore, is the study show a strong correlational, the next step could be experimental research and test to visual relationship picture that the fitness and limitation in correlational research are as follow. One is adaptiveness or correlational research. One, easy to do and explaining required. Simple research design. Data can be collected from observation and questionnaire, making them more flexible, and the cost and time are relative lower and experimental research. We can analyze natural relationship between variables, help understanding the influence of phenomena in the world. C, help in precision. If the strong correlation between two variables, can we can extend the likelihood of change in the outer variable. And D can ask secondary, sometimes save time and effort in the data collection. And the limitation of correlation research. A does not show a cause and effect relationship. B, possible subversion correlation. And C, prone to bias in measuring. And the last, limit interpretation. Okay, that's all presentation by group C. I will be write the conclusion. The conclusion is correlational research is a type of research that aims to identify relationship between two or more variables without manipulating those variables. The main character in this study are the absence of intervention or variable and the as of quantitative data and the application of statistical analysis takes to determining the relationship between variables. In the correlational research, there are several important aspects to must be correlated, such as the basic design, report, labs, correlation, research, design, and how to interpret the result operating so that there so that the conclusion draw drawn are in the according with the existing data.
Okay, that's all about our presentation. We apologize if there are any mistakes or inappropriate words. We close this presentation with Paramasanti. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, nama budaya, salam sejahtera, and salam harmoni.